Hey, Lions fans, we're here on a snow day with Coach Humphrey over Zoom. Coach, thanks for joining us today, taking some time before practice.
No problem. Glad to be inside today.
Yeah, inside is nice today.
Yeah.
Um, so you guys are supposed to take off tomorrow and head out to Oklahoma to start your season. So hopefully that happens. Wish you good luck and safe travels there. But just talk about that tournament you're going to and a lot of ranked teams out there. Talk about the challenging competition.
It's a big tournament. We got in last year expecting to play big teams. We had to make some adjustments because of weather. They had some teams that could not play on Sundays and things like that. So our schedule changed a little bit. And so we're opening up the season with number five in the nation, I think. And then we're playing the number four team in the nation right after that. And so, first day right into the fire, which is no problem. I kind of have that mentality of we'll play whoever shows up, and it just makes us better. You have to play a team, but you want to play to make you a better team, and not just teams that you can win, teams that you can beat. And so, uh, we'll go out there and we'll line up and see what we got. And then on the next day, we'll play two top 25 teams as well in Baker and Grandview. So, uh, from my understanding, you have to be top 25 to be in this tournament. And so when we were in top 25 last year is when we got in it. And so we're still receiving votes this year. So it should be a very solid tournament for us.
Yeah, that's good. And it really should prepare you for conference. I mean, we talk about with all the coaches, just the level of play in athletics and in the Mid-South is very high.
It is. And we had a team meeting, I guess when we returned back in January. And I told them the most important date is April 30th. April 30th is when we know what our seed is for the conference tournament. You
Yeah.
know, we're just trying to get in a position where we are prepared to go into the postseason. Um, Records are nice as far as your win-loss records and things like that. But right now, we're trying to get a team ready to compete at the highest level in postseason. And you got to play some of the big dogs to do that just for the experience factor. And I think it was a big determining factor last year. Uh, we took our lumps during the season with some big teams. We got run ruled by Cumberland. The University of Cumberland is here on our field, and we faced them twice in the conference season, postseason, and we came out on top both games. So I'm not saying it was a turning factor, but we weren't intimidated by the bigger teams because we've been there, done that. And so uh, I was watching some games this past weekend on ESPN, and you've got some Division One schools playing, two top 10 matchups early in the year. So you got to play those teams that's going to make you a better program.
And then the way they changed I was talking to Coach Abby Stutz about this last week. The way they changed the selection process for national tournament has a lot more to do with RPI now.
It will next year for us for
Oh,
sure. This
okay.
year we still will use. I'm on that committee, and we met in December at the convention, and we discussed that. And next year, going forward, the Raiders will not be as impact, driven on the selection as far as the RPI, strength of schedule, all that good stuff, as far as who you play and how well you do. So again, uh, I may get in trouble for saying this. I'm not worried really about my win loss record right now because I've been here a long time and I've got the wins and had the experience. I'm trying to make this team the best team we can make it. And so if it means we take some lumps here early, which, we could, and be ready back, in April 30th, then that's okay. We've accomplished that one goal.
Yeah, that's good. And then what are we looking like? We're supposed to host a tournament the next weekend.
We're supposed
So
to host some teams come in and play kind of a crossover with Lindsey Wilson playing a team out of the American Midwest, and then a team from up north. Uh, that's just depending on the weather. If you look outside my window right now, you see snow and things like that. And the good thing for me, it's not really my fault because one team's from Arkansas and one team's from Kentucky, and they got snow as well. So,
yeah.
uh, and the team from up north is coming this way because of the cold weather. So, early in the year, we don't have turf like some schools do. Uh, and so we have to kind of do what we can with the wet conditions and the cold conditions that we have. Cold conditions, you can do some things about with layering up and wearing certain clothing and things. the wet conditions, it don't get dry unless you have some sunshine or wind or both. And so I think I looked at the temperatures for the remaining part of this week. We won't get into the 50s until probably Saturday here. But if I can get 3 or 4 days next week early in the 50s, hopefully we can get them in.
And some sun.
And some sun. It would be nice. We have already discussed next year. We're not looking past this year, but next year we will be going back south again, and we will see sunshine next year.
You're not going to Gulf Shores this year?
We are going. We are going to
Oh,
Gulf
okay.
Shores. We are going to Gulf Shores, and it was cold, really cold last year, cloudy and cold. We had to go to the local store and buy tarps and stuff just to knock the wind down last year, and bundled up. But we have gone to Orlando in years past and had really good experiences and stuff with Southeastern and Weber and Warner. We can go and stay in one hotel or Airbnb and play 3 top quality teams within 30, 45-minute drives. So I don't mind the cold, but when you're out there playing in it, it's not fun really. But we do what we have to do, right? And so, I knew what I got into when I signed up for this position, and that's part of coaching, especially outdoor sports.
Yeah. Well, you guys will have fun, like you said. You'll get ready for the conference season and everything else. So, so tell us about the roster. Who's what's pitching looking like? What's hitting looking like? How we shaping
I'll
up?
start with the pitching. The pitching is different from what we're used to seeing in years past. Years past we've had All-Americans like Chloe Winters and Brittany Adair, and even some complementary pitching to go well along with those 2 seniors. This year we have 1 senior in Kylie Brown. We're going to really lean on her a lot this year. And besides Kylie, we have 3 freshman pitchers. And so these 3 freshman pitchers are going to have to grow up a little bit, early and be thrown in the fire a little bit early. And we'll see what happens. They're good pitchers. I'm sure they didn't face this type of competition in high school and travel ball, but you only get, like I said earlier, you only get better when you start playing better teams. And you would be surprised. You can go and get an athlete from a good high school program, and they still get better here because they're surrounded with better players, and it just kind of rubs off a little bit to where they're pushed every day in practice, live hitting, things like that makes them a better pitcher or player. So these 3 freshmen, along with Kylie, will be anchoring our pitching staff this year. As far as our offense, we've got pretty much everybody back from our offense. As far as with Carly Quillen, second team All-American last year, and she'll be at the top of the lineup for us again this year. And we got people like Chloe Carter, who was first team All Conference last year. Olivia Eggleston, first team All Conference last year, honorable mention All American. So we've got some offense coming back, and defensively we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
So, and then you mentioned the 3 freshman pitchers and the tough schedule too. So that's going to be real important to get them some innings this weekend, then, right? To either build their confidence or teach them what it's like.
I can promise you at least 2 of them will be nervous on Friday and Saturday. And
all right. Well, we're looking forward to that.
I think they'll step up, and like I've kind of taught that, we're in it for the long run. We're going to go out here and play these teams, and we'll learn from it, and we'll get better from it, and then we'll prepare for the next week. So,
right. Okay. Well, like I said, good luck this weekend. We're looking forward to that. I've got a couple rapid fire questions here for you.
I didn't study, so I don't know what these are.
You'll be fine. What's your favorite vacation you've ever been on?
Oh, favorite vacation. I guess my wife and I went to Hawaii a few years back, and it was a work vacation. I got to go over and work a volleyball camp tournament, and fortunate enough to let Susan go with me. And so we had a great time. Probably will not have that opportunity to go again, but we sure enjoy going over and seeing the sites that you always hear about and see things on TV and things like that. So probably the 1 or 2 Hawaii.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of music?
Country music's my favorite. I like a little bit of rock and roll, but it's changed a little bit from back in the day when I was in high school. Everything's changed since I was in high school, of course. But I still like the country music and things that I can just turn on and listen to and I guess kind of relate to since I am a country boy. So
Country boy from Arkansas.
that's exactly right.
What about a hobby that you have outside of softball or
You
volleyball?
know, I love the outdoors. Like I said, I'm a country boy. I love to hunt. I don't fish as much as I used to, but I still hunt and take my time to go out and be in the outdoors. I try to play golf. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy getting out on the golf course from time to time. But probably my number one hobby would be out in the outdoors with nature. Uh, I don't camp as much now that I'm married and have children, but I used to do a lot of camping and hunting and stuff. So probably the outdoors.
Okay. And then what's your favorite memory? I mean, I know you've been coaching here for a long time. What's your favorite memory from working at Freed-Hardeman?
Well, I have been here a long time. I've worked with four different athletic directors in my time that I've been here and several coaches that have come and moved on. Uh, I was thinking the other day, we have a picture on our hallway going down the hallway toward our locker room. And it's the team that went to the national tournament, the World Series in 2000, I guess 22, 21, 22. And the story behind this is the girls. We hosted the opening round here on our field at Tucker Field, and we had to come to the losers bracket. I don't know if you remember this or not, but we had to come to the losers bracket, and I had three number one pitchers. So we're just rotating. We're going through our pitching, and we got in the finals against Columbia College, and we won it. And we're jumping all over the field, and we're just excited, and we're celebrating. And the girls grabbed the water cooler, going to throw it on me or Coach Graham, who was coaching at the time. Uh, so about the time I could see them coming out of the corner of my eye that they were going to throw it on me or Coach Graham, I can't remember who was in line first. Someone said, "Let's get a picture." And of course, girls love to take pictures. So they put the water cooler down. They all gathered around getting into a nice formation for a picture. And Coach Graham and myself got the water and threw it on them while they were posing for the picture. And the photographer took the picture right at the moment that the water hit them. And that's why we blew it up and put it on our hallway entry. And if you're ever down here, I would love to show it to you. It's an awesome picture. And I ruined a lot of clothes that day. I did get wet. I did get wet that day, but it was so much fun. And I did ruin some clothes that day. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, we appreciate it, Coach. Again, thanks for taking a few minutes here, and good luck. Travel safe, first of all.
I appreciate you doing this, Benny, and I'm sorry that we had to do it over the Zoom call and everything. Mother Nature had different plans for
Yeah,
everything.
no,
You know,
it works. This works fine. So
worked great,
we appreciate the time.
and we
All
have
right.
practice here in a second. So.
All right. Well, that'll do it for another edition of the Coaches Show. Thanks again, Coach, and go Lions.